Like a Star, the show where musical dreams come true. I'm your host, Arthel Neville, coming to you from Rock and Roll right here in New Orleans. Tonight, we're going to hear from a worship leader, a college student, and a city budget director. But before we head to downtown New Orleans, let's meet our judges. Kristin, Diable, the New Orleans singer-songwriter magazines like Billboard keep raving about. Hey, Kristin.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Good to
Great.
see you, always. And then there's Marc Broussard, who's on tour supporting his 7th album, Easy to Love. Hey, Marc, good to see you.
Hey, Arthel, how you do, love?
I'm doing good, Marc. So while Terrance Simien is performing tonight, we have a guest judge who looks very familiar to me. Please welcome a music legend and my cousin, Arthel Neville.
Yeah.
Hey, cousin, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you, cousin.
I'm so glad you could be here with us.
Thanks for inviting me.
So let's head on out to Lafayette Square, where Benjamin will pay tribute to another city on the water.
My name is Ben Valentine, and I'm 23 years old. I'm a full-time student studying vocal performance. I also work at a church part-time singing. Singing is something that's always been in my life. It's always been integral in discovering who I am. Music just became such a part of my life that it was really what ended up keeping me in school. It's always been kind of the bridge between me and other people, and it's always kind of kept me going. The thing I love about the song that I'm singing is it's about an iconic city. I know a lot about that. I'm from New Orleans, and it's almost like I was able to take my heart from New Orleans and transplant it over to San Francisco for a minute and 10 seconds. You know, I'd love to establish a connection with the audience and allow them to experience the joy that this music can bring. And I'd love for them to just hear a different version, a new creative outlook on a jazz standard. That's always really cool to establish that. I left my heart in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me.
Let's welcome Benjamin, Sing Like a Star. I tell you what, I love your style.
Hey, thanks.
So what'd you think about your performance?
Hey, you know, I thought it went great. It went a lot better than I felt as though it might have when I was actually there.
Well, let's see what the judges think.
Awesome.
We're
Yeah,
gonna start with Marc.
That first long vibrato note was a little south of where it should have been.
Okay.
That was completely undone by the rest of the performance. You absolutely destroyed it. You've got a fantastic voice,
Thanks.
man.
Arthel.
You did an amazing job. Those are some long notes to have to hold and to be on key consistently. I admire singing a classic song like that.
Yeah.
I miss seeing that, you know?
Thank you.
Kristin.
There's a purity to your voice that I really loved listening to.
thanks.
And your stage presence and your personality was spot on. You were all there. I noticed a few of those little earlier wobbly bits, but the rest of the performance, you really sunk your teeth into it. I really, really dug it.
Okay, we're gonna see what the judges think about your performance in terms of a number. Marc.
You got an 8 from me.
Great.
Kristin.
I got a 9 for you for that
Wow,
performance.
thanks.
Ooh.
Thank you so much.
Arthel.
And I give you a 7.
You got a 24.
Hey.
That's a strong start. Good luck to you. That was awesome. Thank you, Ben. And when Sing Like a Star returns, we'll hear from our student. She's going to perform one of Marvin Gaye's biggest hits, I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Hi, I'm Marc Broussard.
I'm Kristin, Diable.
Almost 1 million people have been checking out the Sing Like a Star page on StarMaker.
And I want to see you right here with us on Sing Like a Star.
Just download the app on your smartphone and you can post your own audition.
You can do this. Next thing you know, you could be on TV with us. We'll see you here.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and we're happy to report that nearly 3.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this fantastic money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. Why Quicken Loans? The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance process to make sure that it's both simple and easy. And for 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 4th year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. If you're not familiar with HARP, it's a U.S. government program designed specifically for homeowners who have little or no equity. A great feature of the HARP program is that most HARP refinance loans do not require an appraisal, and there are fewer income verification requirements. That makes it simpler, easier, and even faster. And even if you've been denied for a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that you now may be eligible. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. And we'll do all we can to help you save money on your mortgage. It's simple and easy. Find out if you're eligible to take advantage of today's incredibly low interest rates and start saving money every month on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans today or go to quickenloans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
So each week, our 3 contestants make a music video in the streets of New Orleans. Our judges then decide which 2 contestants will sing live. A weekly winner is picked at the end of the season. We'll invite back our most popular weekly winners to compete for the grand prize, which is the opportunity to record their own album and perform at a festival in New Orleans. Okay, so we heard from Benjamin, who received a score of 24. Right now, we're going to head out to Conti Street in the French Quarter to meet our college student. Her name is Sarah.
My name is Sarah Wall. I am 21 years old and I go to Loyola Music School. And I love singing because it is the language of the heart. I've been singing as long as I can remember. I actually didn't want to be a musician to start out with. I wanted to be a veterinarian. But I took on singing because my friend heard me singing in the bathroom, was like, oh my God, you're so good. And I was like, oh, really? And I always like to sing. I've always been in like choir and stuff like that. I find that I sing the best, like soulful, like Nina Simone. A lot of my performances have been uptown, but most notably I performed at Tipitina's, which was amazing, and the House of Blues. I got to perform there on the big stage last year. I sang I Heard It Through a Grapevine because it's a very easy song for me to sing. That genre goes really well with my voice, I guess. I hope that the judges hear how passionate I am about what I do. I have passion in my voice, and I'm confident that they will hear that passion and that spunk, that fire in that song. Yeah. Bet you're wondering how I knew about those plans to make me blue. Some other guy you knew before. Between the 2 other guys, you know I loved you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Don't you know I heard it through the grapevine? Not much longer will you be mine. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine. I think
okay, let's get Sarah on out here. So you are a student by day, a singer by night?
That's right.
How's school going?
School is going, well, midterms, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, very good. Let's get to the judges and find out what they thought about the performance. Ivan.
I thought your energy was pretty captivating. You have a lot of potential in your voice, and be more conscious of taking your time. Just relax and sing it. Just get into it and let's let it go through you, you know? Just take your time.
Thank you.
Kristin.
I think you're at a great starting point. With a really great performance, there's a certain amount of flow that happens. And I felt like you couldn't quite get there in that particular performance. Don't feel like you have to tell us everything or show us everything. You don't have to make it all happen right then and there.
Thank you. Marc?
With the voice that you have, just the natural gifts that you have are going to need to be honed and nurtured to really get the tone I think that you're looking for. I would encourage you to feel and to write in directions that might not necessarily fall within the soul genre.
Ready for the scores?
Yes.
Okay. Kristin?
Got a 7.
Marc?
I gave you a 6.
Ivan?
I got you a 7.
And that is a 20. All right, Sarah, thank you very much. And right now, we are going to head back to Lafayette Square to meet our city budget director.
My name is Kim DeLarge Jr. I work for the city of New Orleans as the capital budget director. It's exciting, but it's not as exciting as when I'm singing. I sing because it's pretty much the only time I can really just be free. It just takes me to another place. You know, I write songs, I DJ. I have a wife that we've been married for 11 years, 2 beautiful daughters. I'm an R&B soul kind of guy, always have been. I also listen to some country music. I try to pick up a little bit from everything. I mean, I just like good music. The reason I chose this song was because of the lyrics. I really want the judges to hear my raw emotion, and I want them to just see that my passion is real, that nothing about this is phony for me. Just unleash it, you know? Just see me for who I am, really. I don't like you, but I love you. Seems that I'm always thinking of you. Oh, you treat me badly. I love you madly. You really got a hold on me. You really got a hold on me, baby, yeah. I love you, and all I want for you to do is squeeze, hold me.
Kim, come on out here. That was awesome. You got a little kind of thing about you, you know, in terms of its swagger. It's a great presence you have.
I just am who I am, no matter what. Just keep it real. Always, I try to treat people respectfully, and I hope I get the same thing in return.
Okay, listen, I thought your performance was great, but I am not the judge. Let's go to the judges and see what they think. We'll start with Marc.
That voice coming out of this man here, it was incredible, man. You got a stellar voice. There are some vocal runs that you attempt that aren't the cleanest. It's about picking and choosing those moments. You just deliver that line, pick and choose your moments, and then let the rest fall where it's gonna fall.
What do you think, Kristin?
I felt like you're maybe in a box a little bit with the performance. I could tell you have passion in you, but I felt like I wasn't able to receive as much of that passion as I can tell that you have. You still have to be able to cut through whatever it is that's making you uncomfortable to really bring as much of yourself to that performance as possible.
Ivan, what's your take?
You know, they say, don't quit your day job. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Because you got something going on with your voice. When you have the ability to do the extra little runs and stuff, sometimes less is more, but your voice is amazing.
Very good. Okay, I want to find out the numbers. Let's see what they think. Kristin.
I gave you an 8.
Thank you.
Marc.
You got a 9.
Thank you, bro.
Ivan.
I'm gonna give you an 8, man.
Wow, you got a 25. Right now, you're in the lead. Thank you so much. Good luck, and we'll see you a little bit later in the show.
Thank you.
So that does it for round 1, and when we return, we're gonna hear Ben and Kim sing, oh Lord, they're gonna sing live on the stage. I cannot wait for this one, y'all. Stick around. We're coming back on Sing Like a Star.
Have you been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions? Are you ready to find lasting relief? Call Laser Spine Institute, the nation's leader in minimally invasive spine surgery, to learn how a less than 1-inch incision can have you up and walking within a few hours of surgery, free from chronic back pain, and with no hospital stay and no lengthy recovery.
Call 1-844-704-BACK now for your no-cost MRI review.
Take your first step in joining over 60,000 patients who found lasting relief at Laser Spine Institute.
When you're in that much pain and you live on painkillers, you really don't have quality of life. I feel like Laser Spine Institute was an answer to prayer. The heavens had opened up and it was like, I can live again.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-844-704-BACK now for your no-cost MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Sing Like a Star. Hey, by the way, if you want to be a contestant on our show, download the StarMaker app on your smartphone and record your audition. It's just that simple. Now, taking to the stage at the Rock and Bowl here in New Orleans is Ben, taking a ride on the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo? Track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine. Hey, I can afford to board the Chattanooga Choo Choo. I've got my fare and just a trifle to spare. Let's go. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling. Woo woo, Chattanooga, there you are. Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, Ben, that was a terrific job. You have a great stage presence.
Oh, thanks.
And you worked on your stage presence. You know what works for you, but it doesn't seem contrived at all.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's see what the judges think.
Yes, let's.
Kristin.
I just love you.
Hey, thanks.
You have such joy in your voice, and it's just so pure. I feel like your voice totally transports me to a different time and place and era altogether. I love the way it feels to get to hear you. And I think as far as really pursuing music professionally, I think you have everything you need to be a professional musician as well.
Ivan.
It's so refreshing to hear and to see you do what you do. You really convey what that era represents, and you got class.
Oh, great.
You know, you're a very smooth cat. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Marc.
I got nothing to add, man. It's fun to watch you. It's fun to listen to you. You exude confidence. You exude presence and authenticity. It was another really, really outstanding performance.
Okay, judges, it's time for numbers. Ivan.
I give you an 8.
Marc.
I got an 8 for you, man.
Kristin.
I got a 9 for you.
And that's a 25. That is a strong, strong number, Ben. This is a really, really tight show.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, thank you so much.
Thank you.
A 25 is a high number to beat. Stick around, because when we return, we're going to hear from Kim singing a 4 Tops ballad. Sing Like a Star is happening. Stick around.
Closed captioning brought to you by...
Have you been diagnosed with spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions? Are you ready to find lasting relief? Call Laser Spine Institute, the nation's leader in minimally invasive spine surgery, to learn how a less than 1-inch incision can have you up and walking within a few hours of surgery, free from chronic back pain, and with no hospital stay and no lengthy recovery.
Call 1-844-704-BACK now for your no-cost MRI review.
Take your first step in joining over 60,000 patients who found lasting relief at Laser Spine Institute.
When you're in that much pain and you live on painkillers, you really don't have quality of life. I feel like Laser Spine Institute was an answer to prayer. The heavens had opened up and it was like, I can live again.
If you've been told you might need neck or back surgery, call 1-844-704-BACK now for your no-cost MRI review.
Laser Spine Institute, a less than 1-inch incision, a lifetime of standing tall.
Oh boy, welcome back to Sing Like a Star, where right now we are going to make someone's musical dream come true. Up next is Kim, who had the most points in the first round, but that doesn't matter anymore. He's got to beat a 25. It's a tall order. Let's find out if he can do it. Right now, Kim is going to sing the 4 Tops smash, Baby, I Need Your Lovin'.
Baby, I need your loving. Baby, I need need your loving. Although you're never near, your voice I always hear. Another day, another night, I long to hold you tight, 'cause I'm so lonely. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. God, baby, baby, need your loving. I got, baby.
Yes, Cam, I tell you what, you understand right now the stakes are really, really high.
Yes, ma'am.
Because, you know, Ben did it too.
Ben did that.
So let's just get to the judges and find out what they thought about the performance.
Sure.
I'll start with Kristin.
You started off really strong, and then I felt like you got a little nervous in the latter part of it. And it seemed like you kind of lost your stride with where you were with it. You have a really exceptional voice, and it's good enough to be a professional voice.
Let's see what Ivan thinks.
You have natural ability that impresses me a lot. I thought you maybe held back a little bit, but then you came back in the end and you did a nice run, and you did a great job.
Marc.
The performance was not the strongest performance that we could have seen from you. I think you owned it a little too much. I think you took it out of its emotional structure a little too far. With all that being said, I really do think that you're an outstanding singer, man.
Thank you.
Okay, so now it is all about the number. So let's find out what the judges think. Marc.
You got an 8 from me.
Ivan.
I got a 9.
Kristin.
That's an 8.
Oh, that means there's a tie. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. There's a tie. You've been coming out. So what's gonna happen now is the judges, they're going to get together, talk amongst themselves, and they're gonna decide which one of you will win this episode.
I know. Some hard decisions.
So judges, have you made a decision?
It was really difficult to come to a decision today. We all think that you both have the capacity and hands down the talent and the voices to be professional singers. And our choice, you ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Our choice is Kim.
Whoa! Listen, congratulations, Kim. Guys, you, my dear, are this week's winner. One of you go say hello to the judges, and congratulations again. And by the way, if you want to be on our show, if you're an aspiring singer, we'd love to hear from you. Go to the StarMaker app and post your audition. I'm Arthel Neville here in my hometown of New Orleans, the place where musical dreams come true. We'll see you next week.